Welcome back, guys. Hey, it's Renovate, and this is Minecraft Modsauce. And today, guys, is episode number 8. And I think that we're going to maybe jump right into something I've been working on, and then maybe as a bonus, we're going to go try to find a creature in the Nether that's going to help us get something really cool. So, if you guys are enjoying the series, please click that like button or leave some comments. And if you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button so I can keep you updated when I get videos uploaded. And please check out the links below in the description for the other YouTubers that are on this server. They got some pretty cool stuff going on. So I don't want to waste too much time. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, guys, let's get right into it. Real quick, I got some statues, pretty cool, from a dungeon. Also got some blocks of emerald, which I'm not quite sure why I set them there. I did 2 big changes in our office building. One, actually I did 3 things. Who cares? As you can see here, I have updated all our mechanism to factories because I wanted to speed some things up. And one of the reasons is we took everything that we had at our ender quarry and brought it back to the base using this ender chest. And then, so I'm just processing it, and I'm just doing it 2 times. This just makes, takes the ores, makes 2 dust, and then I get 2 ingots out of it. But I also put these speed upgrades and energy upgrades, so they go a little bit faster. And then in the crushing factory, what did we do? Oh, we're crushing down gravel into sand, and then it's throwing it into here, which is a sag mill with the flint, and it turns it into silicone. And as you can see, we got some ME cable running, so that's one of the big changes. So let me get situated real quick, and I will show you our new rooms. So as you remember in the last video, I had all our AE or I was going to have all our AE applied energistic stuff set up in this room right here. And we had all of this advanced genetic stuff over there in that room. Well, what I come to find out, and I still haven't replaced a lot of blocks because I had a lot of cables and stuff running, but this doesn't require hardly any room. And I made that gigantic room over there thinking that we were going to need a whole bunch of room for genetics, but actually all I need is this. That's it. For what we need it for, that's it. There is some additional things that go with this, like I said last video, but it's kind of buggy on the server, and so we're not going to mess with it. Also got some broken windows. However, let me show you real quick. Oh, I put our storage or our file cabinets over here, and these are just all the genes that we made off camera. And I think I have quite a few going right now. We got flying, underwater breathing, under lava breathing. What else do we have? Night vision, free fall, or whatever it's called, or no fall damage. And I think that's it. We're going to go get some more, but I moved these things around right here. If you remember what you do, you just look for the other ones, and you click the shift button. So let's go over into the new room. Okay, so this is the old advanced genetics wing. Remember, we had all our machines set up here in a little L shape, and we had all our filing cabinets against the wall right here, and we used to have a cage over there. Well, now this is the applied energistics department, I guess, or the ME system. Not quite sure why they call it ME system, but they kind of exchange it. ME, everything's ME, but it's advanced or applied energistics, so we'll just call it the ME system. But yeah, this is not the same AE or ME that I remember playing with. This is AE2. And not only did they update it, they basically changed how everything is run. And actually, I think it's pretty cool. You can do a lot more advanced stuff with it now, and visually it looks pretty cool. And what I got set up here is just playing around with colors with cables and stuff, but I'll get into how these cables work in a minute. So the first thing that I found that was different is this is your energy acceptor. The ME system no longer just works off of standard power. This is kind of like a converter. So it converts your normal RF power or whatever power that you're running into AE power. So all you do is you hook up your power to the back side of this, or actually you can hook it up to any side of it, and then you pump this into your system. And this is just a standard ME cable, which transfers energy and data. But I got it going into a dense energy cell. Now this is, I believe, the tier 2 energy cell. Let's look it up real quick. I don't want to lie to you guys. Energy. So here's the first one right here, and then this is the one that we've made, and it looks like it holds 200 AE. Maybe this is the one we made. Actually, this is the one we made. So I have the, I guess this would be the highest one. Yeah, so I've made the highest one, which is great. And if I get this little network tool, and this, everything in here you guys have to make. Of course, you gotta make everything, but this is not an easy component to make. So, but if you click on here, you can see that my stored power is somewhere around 3.2 million RF, and our maximum power is 3.2, and I'm only using about 110 RF per tick. So it's not that high. I can change it to joules, or back to RF, which is kind of cool. Or that's AE, but let's go back to, there we go, RF. So yeah, this stores, it's like a buffer, and then once you make this, you can pretty much run anything off of that. You don't need the ME controller. One of your basic things you're going to want to make right off the bat is the ME drive, which I found it a little bit easier to make rather than making a bunch of chests. Just make your ME drive, and then you're going to want to make a terminal, and this is the actual crafting terminal. And the cool thing about these terminals is, let's see if I got a block. I do have a block. They are a surface panel. See how it just lines up with the blocks? So that looks kind of cool, and you can also get the facades. So this all looks like just like the old AE system, but the old AE mod, but I think these are a little bit cooler. You don't have to worry about all these clunky boxes laying around. So yeah, I made a crafting terminal, and one of the cool things about the crafting terminal, you got all this stuff here, which is like the old, but you also have this search box node, the NEI synchronized. So say I want to craft something here, so let's just type in applied, like we want to create something. Let's find something that we could create. Say we want to make that, and you click that, it automatically puts it here. So all you got to do is just create it. So it's kind of a really quick crafting, and when you're when you finally get all your stuff loaded in here, it makes crafting so much faster. Now, one of the big things about the AE2 is you no longer get, let's get in our crafting terminal. Let's type in Certus. There they are right here. So it's Cert. Oops. In the world gen, you have the Certus quartz crystals, and then there's the charged Certus quartz. But you do not get any dust anymore, so you have to actually create the dust. And so in order to get the dust, you just put a pulverizer up here or anything. You could use the grinder from ME, but I just put a pulverizer up here. It's a lot quicker. And then also everything is made with these Fluix crystals right here. Now this is just a standard one, and then same thing with the dust. You grind these up to make the dust. And then there's a pure form of this, and there's also a pure form for the Certus crystals. And the way to make those, let's see if I got any sand. Good, I do. I'll just demonstrate this real quick. We don't need that many. Let's just do half. So let's go back to the Fluix. So what you do is you create a seed. And the way you do that is you take either your Certus dust or your Fluix dust, and you put it with sand, and it makes all these little seeds. And if you've ever done pneumatic craft, this is kind of similar to when you have to put your circuit boards in the what's that water called? The etching water. Yeah, etching water. So basically what you do, you can either throw it into a little thing of water like this, or you can make these crystal growth accelerators. And pretty much what these do is they accelerate the process of making either the pure Certus or the pure quartz or the pure Fluex. And so all you do is you drop the seeds in. Oh, where did I put them? Oh, there. You drop them in, and I believe you get 2 for every seed. Maybe it's just 1. We'll find out. I think it's 2 though. So yeah, let's do that. We drop them in there. And then these things are all powered from underneath, and you can see the little lightning effect is kind of cool. But yeah, those things will help those seeds grow. And like I said, this is powered from underneath. And once you have those, a lot of the recipes for applied, let's find something. Yeah, so a lot of your recipes will call for, see, this has got pure, even though it's, you can use either or, but some of these things actually require, let's see if we can find something. This is a good one. The inscriber actually requires a pure Certus quartz crystal in order to make these printed calculation circuits. So yeah, you're going to need a bunch of these, and they're not, I mean, pretty much when you take a Certus quartz crystal and you put it into a pulverizer, you get 2 dust. So you're basically doubling your amount. So it's pretty quick to, and you know, if you run out, but it's pretty quick to get them back. So yeah, the other thing that the AE system or ME system requires is processors. And if you remember from the first AE system or AE mod, every time you needed to make a storage card like these, it required just a crap load of processors. And so what they did in this mod was they made these things called inscribers. And I have this set up here, and I'm going to explain this real quick in a minute. But pretty much what this does, if you remember that in Modsauce, the World Gen has meteorites. And inside those meteorites is a chest. And inside those chests are patterns. And here's one, an inscriber engineering press. This is the silicon press. This one is the logic press. And this is the calculation press. And you need all 4 of these in order to make all the processors. Let's check back on our seeds and see if they're grown. Oh, there, cool, sweet. So all you do is jump down in the water, it doesn't hurt you. And as you can see, we got 22, so it is 1 per seed. But these are all the pure ones and not just the standard ones. So let's throw those into our AE system. Awesome. Okay, so back to this. Pretty much all these things have their own material. I think the engineering one is diamond. The silicone is, of course, silicone. And so you got to make silicone, and that's what I was showing you downstairs, is when you take sand and put it into a sag mill, and you either use dark iron balls or flint, it produces silicone. And let me grab, I know I have a crap load of this in my, yep, 338, that's a crap load. I'm not going to do that just quite yet, because I think I have, we don't have anything in there. Let me grab, keep clicking on that one. Let's grab some gold, see if we get gold left. Yeah, we do, cool. Okay, I'll show you how this works real quick. But anyways, you can either just do this one at a time, you know, just create one of these, or you can do it like this. And I haven't seen anybody that's got something similar to this, but this works out really well. And I did this before we even had this system, but eventually these will have import-export buses, and it'll be a lot more cleaner. But pretty much they're all powered from behind, because these have to be powered. Now, even though these are part of the ME system, they don't need to be powered through the ME cables. They can be standalone by themselves. So pretty much what I did is I put hoppers on the sides like this, and then we did some Ender IO cable pulling it out into the chests on each one, and then the basis for every processor in the bottom is the silicone. So it's always going to be silicone matched with whatever's up here and a redstone, and that'll give you your final processors. That's why I put final here. So what I did was, when you make a silicone press, it dumps it in this chest, and then this chest takes it all the way down here to the end and pumps it up through the top. So if we go ahead and put all this silicone in here, you'll see the little animation. It'll press it down. Boom, there's your thing. It drops it in here, sends it all the way down here into this chest. As you can see, I've got a crap load of them. The other ones, on the other hand, I think the logic, let's see, yeah, calculation is assertive. So the logic press, if we put our gold in there, and it goes pretty fast, it's going to smash it down. You don't need anything up here. It's going to smash it down, drop it in here, and then from behind, just like all the other ones, it brings it down here. And as you can see in here, it drops it in the top, uses the carb or the silicone one in the bottom, adds a redstone, and makes a processor. So if you remember in AE1, you either had to use like that little Certus, I think it was like a chisel or whatever, and you could do it the quicker way instead of using the lasers. But this makes it so much faster because you can just drop all your materials in the top, and then once you make a bunch of these silicone ones, you're pretty much set. So this runs in the background while I'm waiting. And once you have these processors making a drive, let's just do like a 16K. This will be your 16K drive. I'll show you how quickly this is to make. So say we want to make these. Just click that. See, got that. So I know that we need, I think 12. I'm not going to, yeah, we need 3 times 3, so we need 9. So let's see if we can make one. If not, I still need these anyways. And let's get them so they're all angled this way, because I don't want to use a pure one. Are we going to get it? Come on. There we go. So we want them all angled this way, so it's a normal one. So let's see how many we can make. 1. Is it going to allow us to... Uh-oh. All right, I'll be right back, guys. We crashed. All right. I guess this is episode 8.5. Just kidding. So yeah, how many do we make right there? We made 3. And see, we ran out of the logic presses. So, and that's what we're making over here. So we'll just run over here and grab some. We already got 15 made. Sweet. And then we will throw them back in here. And then let's go back to applied. Actually, let's just go to 16K. I'll click that. Click that. And we need 3 of those. 1. Oh, we got all 3. Cool. So we put all these back in there. Whoops. We want to make this. Oh, what are we missing? Oh, we didn't put these back in the system. So we got that piece right there. Cool. Let's just take that and throw that in there. And then the last piece we need is this. So do we have it? We do. So it's that quick. That's so much quicker than the original AE. And I'll just throw this in there. And I don't even think, I just now started using this cell. So I have 2 16 drives that are empty. So I got plenty of room for all the stuff that we need. So yeah, that's your inscriber, and that's how you make your processors. This is how you make your crystals. And this is your 2 main terminals that you're going to need. The import-export buses are a little bit different now. The import buses, basically you can only import one thing at a time. And you could do that before, and then you had to either did a regular import bus or a precision import bus. And I think the precision one, you could tell exactly what you wanted to pull out. On these, you just have an import bus. You can import one thing at a time. And then there's these upgrades over here. And some of these upgrades will allow you to pull in more than one thing at a time. And then there's a couple other things. I haven't really gotten into these. I just got a general idea of that there's some upgrades, which are kind of cool. The next thing is this ME controller. Basically what this does is this allows you to have your network. Now you don't necessarily need this right away. But once you start getting all these components, it's basically your heart. And then what they did with the cables this time, you have this big fat one here. This is called your dense cable, right? The dense cables can hold up to 32 channels. And what a channel is all these things right here require channels. And the easiest way I could explain it would be, imagine that these are all, I don't know, let's just say these are all like channels on a TV, right? So this would be like Fox and this would be like ESPN or something, right? So I can only have 32 channels on this cable, off of this cable. And you can have these on every one of these sides. These are your smart cables. So, and these can only hold 8. So on these smart cables, you can see all these little blue lines. I have 3 items running off this cable. And if I go down and through here and look, I do. I have this, that's 1. And then this is 2. If you look on this smart cable, it's got 2 lines. Because at this junction, I have 2 channels. This one only has 1 line. It's really hard to see on these green ones. I wish I didn't do the green. But if you look right there, there's 1 line right there. They should have made it like gray or something. And then it goes across the top. And that's because I have this import bus, and that's its own channel. So as this comes down the line, it adds them up until you get to here. Cool, huh? But you can only have 32. Sweet. On this side, you can have the same thing. And on this side, what this is here, if you remember in AE1, you had your crafting terminal, which was a multi-block structure. So you put all your crafting processors and your what was it, crafting monitor and whatever, I forget what all went in there. But when you made it, it turned into this big box-looking vent thing. They've changed it to this, and this is also a multi-block structure. So down here on the bottom is my 16K crafting storage, and we can increase those. And when you increase those, they just kind of merge together like these are. So basically what this is my crafting terminal. And everything gets crafted through here. Even though this is, I shouldn't say that. This is your crafting terminal. This is your crafting monitor. Everything gets crafted in here. So if you remember in AE1, you used to make patterns, and you'd put the pattern into the storage drive. And anytime you wanted to craft something, you just click craft and it would craft it. Well, that's what this does. The thing that's different is now you have these molecular assemblers. And in these molecular assemblers, you put your patterns here, put your empty storage disks here, and it makes it, and then you store it in your drive. These here allow for, how many is this? 9. So they allow for 9 patterns in each face. So there's a potential to have 5 times 9, which will be 45 patterns can be made in this one machine. You're always going to have one side though that's power. So you either run a power through the bottom or hook this up to here. And you know it's working when it kind of flashes, like you can see the light around the edge. And the cool thing is when you do craft something, and I don't have any patterns set up yet, but when you do craft something, you can visually watch it craft it right here. It's really sweet. So eventually you'll have a bunch of these molecular assemblers lined up in a big wall, and just crap will be being crafted all the time. Kind of cool. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of how to get started with AE. This is all I need right now. This is eventually going to get a little bit bigger because I want to auto craft a bunch of stuff. But if I read correctly, these are only meant to craft the items that can be crafted on a table. I don't think these can interface with like a furnace and stuff. That stuff all needs to be done through import and export buses and what's these things here called? Interfaces. Yeah, interfaces. So this interface is just telling, craft everything in here. So if you need to make planks and stuff, that can be made in here. If I need to make like charcoal, I don't know if I can make charcoal in this. So yeah. So that's my AE system or ME system, whatever you want to call it. And it's been going pretty good. I enjoy it. It makes stuff so much faster. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave some comments, let me know. Or if you saw something that might help me out here, I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, like I said at the beginning, hit that subscribe button and I'll keep you updated. And also check out the other videos down in the links below. And I think next series, guys, we will probably get into mob farming because I need to get something built. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this one ran kind of long, so I'm going to end it here. But until next time, guys, thanks. Appreciate it.